was a 1st and goal from the 9. Instead of taking 2nd and goal from the 9, they'll do 1st and goal from the 14. One more look at this play. That was as close as you get. Oh. Well, we've seen Heitman already high point a ball here tonight. Hooker's in trouble, has to throw it away, and does exactly that. Certainly was not designed to be a completion, as Weiskopf had that ball thrown at his feet. And it will bring up 2nd down now and goal. So certainly the penalty proving to be the right decision there. Five minutes remaining. And the officials will call time just for a moment to reset the play clock back to 25 seconds. So the clock not running after the incomplete pass, so certainly plenty of time here for Williamsburg to get the call from the sideline. Here comes Hooker. Gets the snap. Play action. They're going to throw it deep. It's Eichhorn again. Touchdown, Williamsburg. John Eichhorn, catch number 8 on the night. Puts them within 2. Now you have to go for 2 now with 5 minutes remaining. You can't assume you're going to get a stop defensively, and I'm sure with only 2 timeouts remaining, it's not a gamble you want to make. One more look at it, going with the Courtney Axe line special. Throw it up to the big man and let him make a play. I know, you're in shock.
Every time through the defenders, he has more receptions tonight than he did all last season, so that's pretty awesome.
Williamsburg will take a timeout here, and rightfully so. This essentially may be the game. So certainly a big decision to make. So here's the deal. If you're wondering how the other area teams are doing tonight, I would never tell you to change the channel. But if you really want to, you can head over to KCRG TV9 right now, and you can catch it in all its entirety on Friday Night Lights End Zone, as Scott and the sports team are at games all around Eastern Iowa. We'll bring you all the best plays and latest scores. But I'm going to be honest, as far as best plays and latest scores, tough to beat what we got here right now, as it is 10:20 in the evening, and we're still scoring. The definition of latest scores. It's in the script, Courtney.
It is. We knew it was going to be this way tonight, and it's proving to be exactly what we hyped it up at 7:30.
Here we go. To tie the game. Hooker will roll out to the left. Going to look to throw. Back of the end zone. Oh, it hit him in the face. It's incomplete. John Eichhorn, I think he was surprised it got through.
It looked like it. His hands were not even up.
We'll take a break. 5 minutes remaining. And just like that, it's Xavier up by 2 after this play, that close to a tie. Welcome back to Williamsburg, where they trail the Xavier Saints by 2 with under 5 minutes remaining in this game. While we were away, just a little bit of a squib kick that was downed at the 39-yard line. And here come the Saints. Can they seal the deal? Williamsburg needs a stop, and they only have one timeout remaining. They send 5 wides to the top of your screen. They set up a screen. It is caught. At least that's the signal, but I don't know how that's possible. Nonetheless, it's 2nd down and 10. I don't get it. Whatever just happened,
I don't know either.
I don't quite understand. Nonetheless, it's 2nd and 10. Ball doesn't move. It's from the 39-yard line one more time as the clock will continue to run. That's probably the biggest piece of that play. Sending the blitz. Play action, rolling out to the right. Here he comes, throwing, and nobody's there. It's incomplete as Cash Parks is forced to throw it away. Most importantly for Williamsburg, it stops the clock, and no intentional grounding this time, way out of the pocket that time. So for a sophomore quarterback, I will say Cash Parks has shown a lot of confidence in this one. With a couple of TD passes, no interceptions here tonight. 10 seconds on the play clock. You hear the Williamsburg crowd get into it. 3 wide receivers to the bottom of your screen. Parks takes a 3-step drop from the shotgun, looking over the middle. That ball is caught. Wow, squeezing it right at the 46-yard line. What a tremendous play to pick up the 1st down.
Man, receivers on both sides have done an amazing job tonight of really beating the defense and catching a lot of these passes through the defender's hands.
As the clock continues to run, most importantly here, 2-point lead in favor of Xavier. From the shotgun, Parks will work again. And a flag first. Now, if it's on Xavier, that will stop the clock. Here's the call.
Dead ball encroachment on the offense. Number 9 lined up in the neutral zone. It'll be a 5-yard penalty. We'll replay the down.
Well, you don't see encroachment on the offense very frequently, but that time Dayton, it looks like Melchior is called for that one. So here's a play. One more look at this. This is what got him the 1st down. I mean, this is tremendous. Finding their receiver over the middle. Jack Downey getting involved. Makes a big catch. But now it's 1st and 15. Parks rolling out. In trouble. Has to throw it away. It's incomplete. In the area of Kelly. But he absolutely took a lick. As adding the pressure that time, Race Heitman coming out from his safety spot to make a big hit on the quarterback. And again, clock will stop with 3 minutes and 15 seconds remaining. Have to believe that you might just run the ball here.
You would think so.
But we'll see. 2nd and 15 now. Parks will indeed run it. It's a design quarterback run. Gets away from one tackler, fights past the 50 before this time he is wrapped up by Malachi Williams. And a whistle on the play as it looks like some hard contact, as we'll see an injured Williamsburg Raider this time, and it's Micah Lang who's down. With 3 minutes and 4 seconds to go, Micah is a tremendous piece to this defense, so we hope that he is okay. And with 3 minutes remaining in a 2-point game, immediately went down to the ground, and it looked like from our angle he was grabbing at his leg. And we hope that he is okay here, as now both teams will make their way to the sideline. And obviously you hope, just like every other time, that it's nothing serious and everything is going to be fine. Michael Lang, the senior, at 6'1", 190. It's not about his size, it's really about his ability. The guy can move everywhere. one of the most impressive players for this team on defense a year ago with 18.5 tackles for loss, as well as 14.5 sacks for this team. He led the team in sacks on this championship team from a year ago. So we hope that he's okay, as the medical staff will attend to him. Well, I will just say this, Courtney. If this is the bar, right? If this is where our games are going to be the rest of the way, sign me up.
I agree, exactly. This has been an exciting game since the start, and I think it's going to go down to the last seconds. You know, both teams have been playing really well, and it's I don't know, it's just been exciting.
No, it's been tremendous for us to watch, and of course, the teams, I'm sure, remember what happened a year ago, where it was just a 1-point game, and now here we are looking at a 2-point game. As you see Micah Lang making his way to the sideline. Good to see him coming off the field. And we hope whatever the injury is, that it is indeed a speedy recovery, as he's not really putting a lot of weight on that left leg. So we hope that he's okay as he gets some extra attention here on the sideline. Well, again, it brings us back to football, and a big situation here still remaining with 3:04 on the clock. 3rd and 11 upcoming here for Xavier. Time and time again, they've come away with a big pass on 3rd down to let the drive continue. Can they do it again? Clock running, 2:45 to go. And you have to believe here that Xavier will take as much time off the clock as they can in the event they don't get the first down. Still 13 seconds on the play clock. You see the game clock at the bottom of your screen here. And it's also worth mentioning that Xavier has all their timeouts, so perhaps they'll run this all the way down, and that's exactly what Dwayne Schulte will do. With 1 second remaining to call the play, instead they call timeout. So gives both teams an opportunity to stop for a moment with 2:24 remaining and still one big finish. So to reset things for you here, amazingly enough, Williamsburg still has 1 timeout remaining. Meanwhile, Xavier has 2 timeouts. It's 3rd and 11 from the Williamsburg 48-yard line. So they have to get to the Williamsburg 37 to essentially knock this game out.
Right. And with the way that they have been converting 3rd downs, it is very possible that they are going to be able to do this.
Absolutely tremendous stuff. Somewhere right now, there is absolute chaos happening on Friday Night Lights End Zone. They're thinking to themselves, at what point are we going to get to show these highlights? We need the score. We need the score. We may not have it in time.
We may not. We'll see.
I'll put it on YouTube. Our time to shine. But whose time to shine here on 3rd and 11? Cash Parks with 4 wide receivers to work with, 3 of them at the top of your screen. 3rd and 11, throwing deep left side. It's caught! They went to Ryan Kelly again. Picks up the first down again through the air. That's his 8th catch of the night, and that may seal it. Every single time, Courtney, they've needed a 3rd down conversion, long distance, short distance, they've gotten it.
They have every single time tonight, which, you know, again, that just shows the offense and the receivers that were not very active or not active at all last year, who are coming in clutch tonight.
So they'll run this all the way down. Again, Williamsburg still has a timeout. They're going to keep it up the middle. Carter Hoffman is stopped right around the line of scrimmage, may have even lost a yard. But the play clock will reset to 40 seconds here, so that could run it down to about 1 minute before they have to snap it in second down. So no matter how you shake it, if Williamsburg gets the ball back, it won't be for long.
Right.
They're going to need some sort of schoolyard kind of play, and how fitting is it based on where we are? 2nd and 11. They're going to run the play clock all the way down, but a flag comes first.
The clock will start at the snap. Right?
So with 1:05 remaining, that is a false start. They're going to call it on Ryan Kelly, who's done such a tremendous job here at the wide receiver spot. This time moving just a bit too fast.
The clock will start on the snap. Second down.
So with 1:05 remaining. At this point, you have to believe they're going to run it one more time. You'll probably see a timeout going into that third down, and Williamsburg will not get the ball for very long. Maybe 10, 15 seconds. As this time, once again, running the play clock all the way down and calling timeout. But the only difference is that this time around, the clock isn't running.
Right.
So Xavier will still have one timeout remaining and a 2-point lead here on the road against the 3A champs from just 1 year ago, these Williamsburg Raiders. One of the interesting things that we have seen teams do across the state is really in these beginning of the seasons play test games. This may be the one, if not one of the few, opportunities where a team from a higher class is still getting tested by a team below them.
Right, exactly. And even for Williamsburg, being able to keep up with, the team in the higher classes just shows how well they are going to do the rest of the season. Even if they don't come out with a win tonight, the rest of their season looks pretty promising.
Well, and that's the thing, is this game will not impact their district. It will not impact their postseason run. This will just test them. With 1:05 to go, that test is still ongoing. Second down and long. They're going to give it off one more time. Carter Hoffman down at the 31-yard line. And there's your quick timeout with exactly 1 minute to go. So that's the last timeout that Williamsburg has at their disposal. And at this point, including the action coming up on this play, add another 40 seconds onto that, you're probably looking at the most getting the ball back with 7 seconds at this point. So we will see how that all plays out, and what a way for this game of the week to end up. It has been exactly as advertised. And I'm going to ask as well to our crew in the truck, is this a record? Is this the longest football game we've done? The game at Kinnick that we did, that's right, the Clash at Kinnick was a very long broadcast. I remember that very well. Well, they put 2 seconds back on the clock, so 1 minute, 2 seconds remaining. Cash Parks is in the shotgun here on third down and 16. It's still a designed run. He goes down quickly as making the play is Grady Weegan. And now tick, 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 tick we go. So according to the clock, it's about 15 seconds of a difference between the play clock and the game clock. So again, we're still looking at the potential for maybe no more than 10, 15 seconds remaining on this one. And you have to believe, too, with that extra time out in their pocket, Xavier will probably run this all the way down before calling timeout. Of course, Dwayne Schulte's done this for a long time. He knows what to do in these kinds of situations, as he will indeed call timeout. whistle came a little bit late, and that's because he took a delay of game. Now, in theory, that should reset the game clock back about 3 seconds. So we'll see how that all plays off, because obviously the game clock cannot run after the play clock expires. But they will not make any change here. So with 12.4 remaining, Xavier taking their time, and they're going to punt this one away. Aiden Miller is the punter back for Xavier. Williamsburg has already blocked one. They did put time on the clock, 16.3. They're going to send everybody, and nearly blocked it again. Here comes the return. Can they make some magic happen? Down the near sideline goes Race Heitman, and a flag is down as well with 6.9 to go. It's right at midfield. We have no clue at this point, no indication from the officials as far as who this call is on. As you see the officials discussing with one another, something that they have been on the same page here tonight. Here's the call.
So holding on the kicking team, be a 10-yard penalty from the end of the kick or end of the run. It's a first down.
Well, here we go. Now you're within distance. There was a time when you would say that a high school quarterback is not going to have a chance to throw it 44 yards down to the end zone for a potential Hail Mary. That is the case here for Williamsburg. Grant Hooker will take the snap. There are 4 wide receivers in the formation. Hooker's going to throw it underneath. They're going to try a button hook and make some magic happen. They get it back to Hooker. Hooker throw it to Sin, and this one's over. Xavier will get a win here on the road as they hang on, come from behind a couple of times, and get a 29-27 win over the 3A champs from a year ago. Certainly cause for them to celebrate as you see them exchanging handshakes in the middle of the field. I mean, what a hard-fought game for both of these teams, and I know Williamsburg will be disappointed with the loss, but I mean, you cannot be disappointed with the effort.
No, you can't. I mean, this was a great game on both sides. You know, and like we said before, I'm sure Xavier came in with a bad taste in their mouth. You know, they were thinking about this for a year, and so to be able to come in and come off on top, you know, 2 points ahead, you know, this game is pretty amazing.
Between Jack Downey making that one tremendous catch on third down that really allowed them to get back into this. Aiden Miller with 8 catches and a touchdown himself. Ryan Kelly with 8 catches and a touchdown himself. Everybody